So we have a lot going on today, my friends, so buckle up your seatbelts and first of all, I wanted to mention in terms of a short sermon, because we're long today. Yesterday, one of a beautiful young man who has been coming and receiving instruction became Orthodox, and his baptismal name is Nicholas. Are you here, Nicholas? Can you stand, son? Stand up. There he is, our new Orthodox Christian over there. And Nicholas, let me tell you a little bit about your saint. Since this is the day of this is the feast that we're celebrating the memory of the 318 bishops who attended and presbyters who attended the First Ecumenical Council, because there was a problem. For the first 300 years of the Christian church, there were persecutions. And these emperors of Rome were just murdering and slashing and every kind of human torture you can imagine they did to people who were Christians in the early church. And then finally, Saint Constantine became emperor, and he stopped the persecutions with the Edict of Milan in the year 3-something. And so now those persecutors that were outside of the church, that were persecuting the church, it was over. Now the persecution was coming from inside the church by people with false teachings. St. Paul mentions it today. Wolves will come in and hurt the flock. And, every reading, the gospel, the epistle is selected with such wisdom. And even last night, if there was a Vesper service, you would have heard things from Deuteronomy, all connected to today's feast day. So, your saint, Nicholas, he was one of the saints that attended that First Ecumenical Council. And all these saints and these fathers of the church came who have scars on their body from their tortures, missing limbs, tongues ripped out, missing eyes. They came because they were trying to stop this heresy within the church. The Arian heresy was this priest with such ambition and such arrogance tells everyone Jesus is not God. He's a creation of God the Father. And so they had a local council to take care of it. It would be like me saying, oh, you know what? The church has it all wrong. The Holy Trinity is not really the Holy Trinity. Jesus is creation. And then Bishop Alexios would come and say, what are you doing? Are you crazy? And I would say, yes, sir. but Arius didn't do that. Arius was very forceful, and so they condemned him at the local council. But he said, that's not good enough for me. So he starts writing all the other bishops, who some of them agreed. Then he came up with hymns, and little children hymns as well. And it started gaining legs. St. Nicholas, who suffered under Diocletian, the Emperor Diocletian, he suffered from all the, because he was trying to stand up for the Holy Trinity, and he was tortured for it. Now comes to this meeting, and he sees a priest, Arius, talking like this, and he just couldn't help it. Your saint, Nicholas, went over to this guy, and he slapped him across the face. I've already been through this. I'm going to go in with a priest in my church. Are you serious? He slaps him. They throw him out of the council. But you know what? The bishops and the priests got it right. Eventually they brought him back in because, son, his anger was a righteous anger. When you walk into this church, one of those candles that you light should be about your anger. The way we handle our anger. Some of our anger is misguided. We feel like we're so righteous. because we're angry. What are you doing? The steam behind you is pride. It's all about pride. I don't care what issue you're talking about. It's pride. And so you're not a good steward of your anger. So when you come in here and you light that candle, ask God to help you with your pride. With your anger. The thimos. Lord, help me to be a good steward. Nicholas was angry, yes. But you could have spit in his face. You could have said anything about his family. You could have done anything. And he wouldn't have done a thing. Nothing. But you dare to mess with the Holy Trinity? Are you kidding me? After we suffered all this from outside the church, now inside the church? No. So that was a righteous anger. The steam behind it was not himself. The steam behind it was God and his love for God. So pray, my friends, let us be good stewards of our anger. There are times when we're faint-hearted and we need the anger. We need a good anger within ourselves to stand up and say something when something needs to be said. That's a good steward of your anger. But then you have to discern diakrisi. When is it good? When is it bad? That's a place for the Holy Spirit. You light that candle every time. And Lord, help me to discern. Help me to be a good steward of my thimos. Okay. Now, last week we had Graduate Sunday. And I went to a graduation this past week at a very prestigious institution. And I heard this person speak, and I said, we've got to have this person. I know I said deadlines, but I'm not going to be a slave to the rule that I set. So I'm going to break my rule, and I'm going to ask Shay Knopfsinger to come forward and introduce our new graduate. Shay, are you here? Very prestigious institution.
Can you hear me? So I am the director of the preschool here at Holy Trinity Greek Orthodox Preschool. Thank you. I have one cute little love bug who would like to come up. Let her get her stuff on. Like Father said, she graduated this week. She's coming. Takes a village. All right, so this certificate for graduating from preschool is for Tia Panasitis.
Right here.
She also would like to sing a song for you guys.
Here you go.
Do you want me to hold that so you can sing? Or do you want to hold it?
Come to the middle. Come to the middle.
Kindergarten, here we come. We know we'll have lots of fun. Lots of things to make and do. Reading, writing, counting too. Kindergarten, here we come. We know we'll have lots of fun.
Here, I want to be next to you here.
I'm a graduate. Yes, it's true. I'm a graduate. Ooh, ooh, ooh. A tiny little paper is what I'll get, so you ought to be proud, 'cause I'm a graduate.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Let's get the parents up here. I want the parents. I want everybody here. Okay, little girl. Okay. All right. All right. I think breaking the rules this time is a good idea. Oh, my goodness. Thank you, little baby. Thank you. I love you.